Dear students, talking about the changes in the syllabus of 2023, let's talk about the changes in the AS syllabus of section number 5. Okay, let's talk about the chapter number 29 of the Peter Stimson book. That chapter has been divided into two syllabus codes, 5.1 and 5.2. 5.1, where we have seen major changes, the name of that is business finance, and the 5.2, the name of that is sources of finance. There is no specific change in that. First of all, the topic that has been added is difference between the cash and profit. Already we teachers were teaching you the difference between the cash and profit to solve few questions, but it has been made part of syllabus specifically now. Another thing, business failure as the consequence of lack of finance, for example, bankruptcy, liquidation, and administration is also part of this syllabus now. Another term that has been added, another topic that has been added is managing trade receivable and trade payables. And let me tell you specifically that if you study these topics, trade receivables and trade payables management, please be focused on the use of current innovative techniques to handle these payables and management. For example, the use of softwares to send reminders to the receivables to pay you on the specific dates. In the syllabus code of 5.2, sources of finance, there is no major change. Chapter number 30, managing cash flows, syllabus code 5.3, forecasting and managing cash flows, there is no specific change in that. So nothing has been added in this chapter. Let's talk about the chapter number 23. There are lots and lots of changes in that chapter. A specific part of the A2 syllabus has been included in this chapter now. Okay. The approaches to the costing, full costing and the contribution costing is part of syllabus. There are specific videos on full and contribution costing on my channel. You can always watch those. Okay, the difference between the full and contribution costing, first of all, then the uses and limitation of the full costing method, the nature and technique of contribution costing, the difference between contribution and the profit, the limitations of contribution costing, then situations in which contribution costing would not be used and also would be used, both topics. Then calculation and interpretation of break-even level, that was already part of the syllabus. What newly has been added to that syllabus is the it can be asked from us in numeric and graphic form both. It was previously being tested in numeric forms. We used to calculate the break-even, but we now need to calculate the, we need to do it in the graphic form. Let me tell you one thing. When whole, full costing and contribution costing has been made part of the syllabus, it does also mean, it does also imply that the decision making on the basis of contribution costing will also be tested from you in A1. It was already being tested in A2. Students are given a specific data. There is a new business. For example, the new business is making food cans. It was already making food cans, and is a new project in which business is making food cans. If the contribution of food cans is positive, it means it's worth investing. We do not calculate a profit in the start. We do not allocate fixed cost. We just calculate the contribution. If contribution is positive, it means the fixed cost is being covered, and it also means that business can invest into that project. So this is the part of A1 syllabus now. Decision making on the contribution basis will be tested from you. Talking about the chapter number 32 that is newly added to the syllabus, budgeting was part of A2, syllabus code is 5.4. Now the budgeting has been made part of A1. Okay, what is part of A1 now? The meaning and the purpose of budget, the measurement of the performance in the language of budget, the benefits and drawbacks of use of budget, the meaning and use of incremental budget, flexible budget, zero budget, the use of budget for measurement of performance, allocation of resources, controlling and monitoring of business. So, budgeting. And secondly, related to the budgeting, variance has also been made part of the A1 syllabus. In the variance, we need to calculate the adverse variance and the favorable variance. You can find the questions of adverse and favorable variance from your P3 previously. And the calculation and interpretation of variance, for example, why there is some positive variance, favorable variance, and why there is adverse variance, what might be the reasons behind that. This is also part of the A1 syllabus now. So these are the changes that has been made to the section number 5 of AS level.